Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of 52 weeks of this New Testament reading challenge plan that is set out for us, which is one chapter a day, Monday through Friday, weekends off. Last week was our first week. We began with Matthew chapter 1 through 5. How did it go for you? Give me some feedback. Let me know if it was challenging to get into a routine. Um, Maybe some things that you ran into. If you were able to catch up on the weekend, if you missed a chapter or two during the week, um, it's a exercise that we have to continually do, and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon, and we know with marathons you have to really condition yourself and pace yourself through marathons, which are totally different than those individuals who sprint. So, individuals who have participated in track and field fully understand what I'm talking about. So, we want to make sure that we're pacing ourselves and we're conditioning ourselves. And if you weren't able to start with us last week, that's okay. I always tell people start where we are. Don't even feel the burden to go back and read all 5 chapters. Today, we're in Matthew chapter 6. This week, we're going to read 6 through 10. And the kind of the focus for the week this week is to the focus for the month is to be birthed. We're pushing and encouraging each other to be birthed in some areas and allow things to come out of us that are in us. And last week we talked about being birthed just even in our family heritage and those positive things about our family that are strong values. And I had a great week reflecting upon my family and the attributes that I see within myself that come from my family, actually on both sides, my father's side and my mother's side. So hopefully you took time to reflect on that and to really heighten those positive attributes in your family. This week, we're going to talk about being birthed or focus on being birthed in our giving. When you begin Matthew chapter 6, you'll see that Jesus is exhorting them on the power of giving. And this whole chapter is in red. And we know when it's in red, what does that mean? It's Jesus talking. So today's a good day to read because Jesus is talking throughout this whole chapter. Um, but the practice of giving and giving of our time is not always just money, of our resources, our talents, our gifts, our wisdom that we have. One quote that I love, and I say it all the time, by Maya Angelou: when I learn, I teach. When I get, I give. And that should be our perpetual cycle in our lifetime for each person, because that makes someone else better. And it also keeps the line of growth, the line of uh, pushing others to greatness. It just keeps going if each person takes on that practice. So let's think about that this week. How can I give more? In what areas can I give more? In this chapter, it also talks about prayer. He gives us the model prayers within this chapter. Give more in our prayer, even if it's an extra minute, an extra meditation, an extra focus throughout this week in prayer, birthing that out within us. Fasting. The beginning of the year, a lot of people go through different fasts, whether it's maybe just all liquid fast, or they may do just vegetables. It's so many models and plans out there for fasting and just kind of resetting your body and allowing yourself that time to rest. Even our organs need rest. Our bodily organs need some rest sometimes, including our digestive system. So really taking that time. How can I give back to myself? Ooh, that's a good one. How can I give back to myself in adjusting this month or even this week? That's our focus this week. How can I give back this week to myself, to my own body, by not maybe partaking in something that I constantly um, indulge in? How can I give back to myself? So birth that this week. And I love how this chapter ends with probably one of the most popular votes, just like verses in relation to 33, seeking first the kingdom and his righteousness. How can I give, just even back to the kingdom and not allow the anxiety of this world and the pressures of this world to overwhelm me? Because in the latter part of this chapter, he's like, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. Don't be anxious for any of this. If you seek me, look, if you maximize the birthing what is within you, I got you. And that's great encouragement for us this week. God has us. So hopefully you will take that with you as you meditate this week on how you can birth and give more within yourself. And start out today with Matthew chapter 6. And we'll read one chapter a day, Monday through Friday. Always, send us a message if you need some assistance, you need some encouragement, some accountability. We are here for you. This is a marathon, not a sprint, and we're going to make it together. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday.